Hello, thank you so much for joining me again. As ever, I really appreciate it. I spent some time whilst I was out walking the past couple of days thinking of respect for the countryside, or when it comes to litter, a lack of respect. And of course, that led me to carrying on that line of thought through the rest of my walking and back home here. And I'm thinking about respect of our bodies. And yeah, there are very obvious disrespects of our bodies, those who pump too many non-prescription drugs in, or prescription drugs that are illegally obtained. There are those who drink too much. There are those who smoke. And of course, these days we have to say those who vape, because the research coming through on the vaping isn't looking particularly good. So maybe if you're doing any of those, you're not respecting your body. But again, it can come down to degree. A few drinks a week, probably okay for most people. For some, they're not. And I have to say that I have only ever been nearly drunk once when I was a teenager, and I hated it so much. I hated feeling so grotty that time and the next day that I vowed that I would never ever do it again, and I haven't, fortunately. And the same with smoking. My grandfather, who lived with us, was a smoker. He smoked Craven A, which in those days obviously was a non-filter tip. And the smoking thing fascinated me. And I asked him, could I have a quote, puff of his cigarette? And amazingly, my father said, yes, go ahead. And I did. And I was violently sick. And I never touched a cigarette since. So lesson learned at an early age. Good job it wasn't lesson learned that, oh, I like that, I'll carry on with that. But it didn't. So do you respect your body? Not necessarily down those lines that I've mentioned, but in general. I've had an accident with my ankle way back in August, and I'm still struggling for fitness with it. And I recorded down by the Dancing Bridge day before yesterday, and my recording didn't work. Hey ho. So I went back and re-recorded it yesterday. But that meant the first day was a walk of about 2.5 miles. The second day, because I carried on round a circuit, was a walk of over 3 miles, in fact nearer to 4 miles. And I hadn't considered my ankle. Yes, I'd considered it that I'd put soft boots on and fluffy socks. But when I went to bed last night, my ankle, shall we say, made its presence known. So today it's fluffy socks, low-cut slippers, so that I'm keeping it warm, not allowing anything to rub on it or touch it, and allowing it to recover. I could have gone out for a walk and done some more recording today, but I am listening to my body. I'm showing my body respect. We will often show our physical body respect, but do we show our mind respect? Do we listen to it when it says, well, slow down, sunshine, you're doing too much? And again, our physical body might be telling us something, but the mind will say, no, go on, you can do it, you can do it. And certainly with me and gardening, that's the way it is. But with me and work, it was, no, I've got to do it. I can get there. I can go and do this. I can do that. And then suddenly, wham, bam, the shutters came down. I hadn't shown my mind respect. In fact, my line manager hadn't shown me respect either, because I had had a long period of time off work. When I went back, I had been negotiating through HR that I would go back to start with 1 day a week and gradually build up. But the first week I did 1 day, and she said, oh, there we are, you managed that fine, so you're back to a full timetable. So even though I fought against that and I tried to show the respect that my body, my mind needed, it wasn't supported by others. And I stood my ground, but it didn't work. So we have to take responsibility for listening to our mind. And sometimes that will be, do you know, I've had enough. I'm just going to curl up, listen to some music, or curl up in front of the fire and read my Kindle. A bit of escapism to allow the mind to go. Because even though I'm supposedly retired, the mind is still very busy. One of these days it will learn to more regularly. But do listen to your mind. Do listen to your body. Show both the respect that they deserve. Care for both. Nurture both. And you'll feel the benefits. So having said that, I am going to put the kettle on. I'm going to make myself a nice fruity tea, and I'm going to elevate my foot and do not a lot for some time. You take care, and I hope that you're in the position of being able to do things like that when necessary. Not everybody is in this highly pressured world. Take care. Thank you for joining me. Speak to you soon. Bye.